Hey guys, how are we all doing today? I'm doing fantastic myself. Today we're just doing another run through of Tempest Trials. This might be your first time watching this video. Thank you for tuning in today. Excuse me. Yeah, I've pretty much grinded Tempest Trials all that I want, and right now I'm just getting the Panic Ploy Sacred Seal, I believe. By the time you watch this recording, I'll already have that, and I've been working on getting the extra goodies like the orbs and the feathers from it. I'd say it's a pretty good Tempest Trial event. Um, yeah, if you haven't picked up the Black Knight, I would really recommend that you do so because he's an absolute monster. Um, if you're curious to know how to set him up, I've got him with Darting Blow, which if he initiates combat, he gets +6 speed. That combined with his 34 speed already. As an armored unit, if he initiates combat, he gets a whopping 40 speed, which is absolutely unheard of for an armor unit, and he just laughs at every single axe unit. And he can probably take care of most blue mages if he has Black Luna available, but that's only if he has Black Luna. Um, yeah, I definitely would recommend getting Black Knight. I also have him set up with Vantage, so once he reaches a certain HP cap, he can just go first and wreck everything with Black Luna. I put the Quicken Pulse seal on him so that he can proc Black Luna much quicker. Because that's almost true damage, because it negates 80% of your opponent's resistance and defense. And it really hurts your opponents. Some counters to the Black Knight that I must mention are Reinhardt and Olwen. You can see here that this Olwen does quite a lot of damage, almost killing the Black Knight. But he does get her with Black Luna eventually. Um, Another good counter to Black Knight would just be a Brave Lance plus Effie, because Effie is just a monster and a tank. Yeah, other than that, and a couple other counters that I might be missing, Black Knight is definitely a monster. So I would recommend picking him up if you haven't already. Before I go on to the next topic of discussion, I would like to apologize for the lack of sound or music in my videos, but that should change very soon, because I'm going to start incorporating at least the sound effects of the game into my videos, and maybe some non-copyrighted music as well, because I know it can get boring, but I only get like 1 or 2 views per video. It's still fun to do. I like doing it. Anyways, on to my next topic. I'd like to talk about the Performing Arts banner. Now, this banner is one that I'm going to be pulling from personally because I really do need a dancer. I can't be bothered to train up an Olivia because I'm just too lazy to do so, to be honest with you. And dancer units are kind of fragile except for these banner units. But I'd like to go over each one, and then I'll tell you if you should summon on this one. I apologize that I don't have the pictures. That's because I don't know how to edit in those pictures, because I'm a newbie at editing videos. I apologize for that. The first one I'd like to go over is Olivia. Dancer Olivia has some merits, like she's a colorless dagger unit, and I believe she is the first colorless dancer of her kind, so um, she's pretty useful, and her dance skill, which if you dance on an ally, you get +4 attack. So it's pretty useful. Um, Her attack, though, is kind of abysmal, or lackluster is a better word. Abysmal is just a little bit harsh. It could be better, but Olivia is not totally useless, is what I'm trying to say here. She could fill a couple niches, like maybe being a little bit of a mage counter if you get her plus resistance. But she does have Breath of Life built into her weapon, which is always great. She does also have debuffs built into her weapon, which is uh, great as well. Like if you were to stack her weapon ability with Breath of Life 3, your surrounding allies would get 14 HP recovered per turn, which is actually pretty decent. And I'm not going to lie, I would rather pull an Olivia from this banner rather than a Shigure, which is the next unit that I want to talk about. Overall, Shigure is just, ugh. I don't like Shigure at all. He's, I guess, the one of the few positive things that you could say about Shigure is that his dance skill helps armored units tank a little bit more. But you're already getting that with the fortifies and ward armors. So in my honest opinion, I wouldn't recommend trying to pull for Shigure. But I would, well, the next unit I would definitely recommend trying to pull for because they really do have a lot more usefulness. Hold on 1 minute. Sorry about that. I just gotta close my door. Yeah, my bad. Sorry about that. I'll just edit that out. Yeah. As for Inigo and Azura, they are much more useful in what you can do with them. Let's talk about Inigo first. Inigo is a really interesting one because he can function both as a as a dancer and a semi. I don't know if he's a full Reinhardt check, but he might be a semi Reinhardt check due to his semi-average resistance. But if you gave him a Raven Tome and Bowbreaker, he could serve not only as a counter to Reinhardt and Olwen and basically any other blue mage, he could serve as a counter to Brave Lyn as well. But the only problems are his resistance stats. And I don't know, well, you could probably get away with replacing his dance skill because that's just +4 speed. And if you're running him on an Armor Emblem team to counter sorry, I lost my train of thought. To counter blue mages, speed is like the last thing that you're worrying about because your armor units are already all slow except for the Black Knight. So you could get away with replacing Gale Dance with Wings of Mercy 3. And that's what I think I'm going to do when I pull on the Performing Arts banner. Finally, we have Azura. Now, Azura is quite the case because she, if you manage to pull a plus attack Azura for her boon, she can be a monster. Well, she's threatening at least. But one of the main draws to Performing Arts Azura is her dance skill, which is basically Rally Spectrum. It boosts, I think it gives +3 to all stats. Yeah, +3. And she and Azura and Inigo are the two main things I'm going to try and pull for in the Performing Arts banner. Overall, I think this banner is pretty good if you don't have a dancer. But if you already have a dancer like Ninian or Olivia, or regular Olivia, I should say, then it's debatable on whether you should pull on this banner or not. Before you do pull on this banner, I would recommend waiting until the genealogy of the Holy Warrior units are released so that you can compare what that banner offers you to what the Dancer banner offers you. Hold on, let me go back here a little bit. Play this again. As I was saying, yeah, I would wait until you pull, until the genealogy of the Holy War units become available. So that way, you can make a clear decision on what you want to do. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit awkward in these videos. I don't have a script and I don't like using them for the most part. So, yeah, it's just 100% unfiltered. The next thing that I want to talk about is the last thing I want to talk about is the potential usage of sacred coins in Fire Emblem Heroes. Those coins that you get by doing Arena Assault. Now, a couple things ran through my head when looking at the sacred coins. A couple things that I've thought of is one, you can use sacred coins to reallocate the banes and boons of your units. So like say if you got a plus HP minus defense Minerva, which is not great, but it's not bad, and you just wanted better stat boons and banes to her, then you could spend your sacred coins and reallocate those boons and banes, which would be really handy and quite nifty, because it allows you to further customize and optimize your builds, and that'd be very handy. The second thought that I had for sacred coins was the ability to forge weapons, like add attack to your weapons, though I don't really see, or changing stats to the weapons, I should say. Now, this possibility I don't really see happening because it just sounds kind of broken to me. Like, it'd, well, maybe not ruin it, but it'd hurt the meta by messing with the balance issues. Or the balancing, not balance issues. Because you could stack a forged weapon on top of a bunch of fortifies and hones, and you basically have like an unstoppable unit brigade. So, yeah. They could balance this a little bit by only allowing you to have one unit with a forged weapon on your team at once, or yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea. If they make it so that you can forge weapons, they should only let you have one unit with a forged weapon on your team at one time, but make it so that a clone of the original is made so that you can switch between the forged and the regular at any time you want, which is a good way to balance things out if they do decide to introduce weapon forging into Heroes. Now the third option, which is probably less unlikely, is something to reset or upgrade the cap of the hero merit, which is a complaint that I've heard from time to time, because some people on Reddit and other places are complaining that once the hero merit is capped out, you can't get any more feathers for using those units. And although it would be nice for them to implement the feature of having some way to reset or increase the cap of hero merit your heroes can earn, I don't think sacred coins are going to be used for that. It's probably going to be a feature that's added in later on. Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. Just as a reminder, wait until the genealogy of the Holy War banner comes, and then you can spend your orbs on whatever you like, may it be the Performing Arts banner or the genealogy of the Holy War banner. We also have the Arvis Grand Hero Battle. I don't know if it's Arvis or Alvis, because Japanese people can't, well, they have trouble pronouncing their L's, and it comes out as R. So yeah, just wait for the next banner to come along, or you know what I'm saying, the genealogy of the Holy War banner to come along, and then make your decision. Don't blindly spend your orbs like I did with the Tempest Trial banner for Ike. From now on, these videos are going to have some sort of audio. I'll have to figure out any issues that come with that, but this is the last audioless video for a while. Yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about for right now, and I thank you for tuning in. I hope you have all the luck in grinding Tempest Trials and pulling on the banners, the future banners that are going to come. Thank you for tuning in. See you next time, guys.